Well, hello everybody. So I'm going to be talking about my last 2 days because my last 2 days have been pretty tough. All right, so where do I even begin? Right, so I begin HRT, and I begun well. In this case, it's trans feminine HRT. So basically, I'm doing estrogen and I'm on anti testosterone now. I take sublingual estrogen, which means that my estrogen levels are probably right now around a female's, although the estrogen hasn't been sustained enough to have long-term effects. But in the short term, as long as I'm on the estrogen pills and the anti-androgens, my testosterone is probably higher than a woman's, like a cis female's right now, but my estrogen is approaching what a cis woman's. So, anyways, I wanted to talk to you. I also got skirts today. If you don't know what a skirt is, it's basically a skirt, but there are shorts underneath. So if it lifts up for whatever reason, your underwear won't be showing. So that's good because, well, I was always afraid of that, and I didn't really know that skirts existed. I'm actually wearing a skirt right now. So, anyways, I want to just talk to you about my work, right? And just these past few days, these past 48 hours, all right? So, hear me out, right? So, yesterday was Sunday before the my college began. And I had just started estrogen and just started anti-androgens a few days ago, and so I was absolutely exhausted. At least Sunday that was. I went with my dad to a fried chicken place, kind of in central Oklahoma, and we had some fun there. It's like a world. It's called like Eicher's. If any of you live in central Oklahoma or can go to that place, I recommend it. It's pretty good fried chicken. So, anyways, we went there, and then I had insomnia that night because before my cart pushing began. I got like 8 hours, so I guess not insomnia, but I had trouble sleeping. Anyways, so Sunday comes, right? I forget. Saturday is when I went with my dad to that place. Sunday is when I cart pushed. So this Sunday was looking to be a nightmare, right? Basically the day before college opens. I'm the only cart pusher in the parking lot. I have no tools whatsoever. I don't have any of those cart machines, right? So I'm using my hands manually to push the carts, right? It's an 8 hour shift. I'm on a multitude of classes of sweat reduction, diuretics. So I'm on clonidine, which lowers blood pressure and lowers water retention. I'm on Latuda, heavy doses of Latuda, Lamotrigine, which Latuda causes you to be fatigued because it sucks the chemicals out of your brain, right? Lamotrigine limits the electricity between the neurons in your brain. And it's used also in bipolar disorder too. So I'm taking that, right? And then on top of all of those traditional medications that I'm taking, which are already fatiguing, I'm taking estrogen now, which is known to dehydrate you, and you don't sweat as well from it. And I'm taking anti-androgens, and so I'm basically doing an entire remodel of my endocrine system and my hormonal system by doing that, where I have like testosterone that's very low, and my body is not used to it yet. So I get really really tired, and my muscles start to kind of weaken a bit, which is actually kind of what I want. I've never wanted huge muscles. If anything, I've just wanted to be lean so I could go on the Appalachian Trail or whatever, so that I could just. I always wanted to be more of like the runner type. I guess you could argue estrogen impacts that because after all, it gets rid of lung muscle and it probably messes with like your cardio and everything. But what I'm saying really is I never wanted to be the bodybuilder type. I never wanted to be super buff, super muscular to the point where I'm ripped. Never. Even I did weights back at university in the fall, like last year, and I went to the gym for a while, and I just wanted to become lean. And my arms were getting pretty big, but I just wanted to be lean. I never wanted to be buff. I never liked that kind of masculine look. I wanted to be that thin kind of look. So, anyways, where was I? So yeah, basically an entire mapping of my entire hormonal system, right? It's going to be 110 heat index out. We're talking about on top of heavy antipsychotics, heavy anticonvulsants, clonidine. I'm the only cart pusher out there on the blacktop, which is really, really hot, in these like baggy cargo shorts that are really heavy. Um, yeah, it was a nightmare. Let's just put it that way. And in one of the busiest, probably one of the busiest days in all, because my college town is only known for the college. So everybody is showing up. Let's just say for the first half of the day, I was completely exhausted, right? I mean, I was pushed to my limits. And I had no time to take any breaks whatsoever, no time to sit down, not really any time to get any water, right? And but the thing is I kept pushing through because the time it took to worry and stress about like, am I gonna be able to do it? Am I gonna be able to get enough cards in? It made time go by fast. So while I was suffering out in the grueling heat. Oh, and by the way, I had to walk a mile to work before I could even begin my shift since I don't have a car. Right? So, yeah, there's that too. So you're already like out in the heat for a good 20 minutes before you get to work. Anyways, so I got through the shift, right? There was a rainstorm midway through, which made it a disaster, believe it or not, because it cooled everything down significantly, but it made it so that I could not work, and so all the cards again disappeared by the time I was like done doing other tasks, and then I had to rush out and go get more cards as quickly as I possibly could. All after the exhaustion earlier from in the day, the heat from in the day, right? And then, okay, so that's that. And then guess what? Classes start tomorrow. So last night I went to bed and I got about 6 hours of sleep, so not great, especially after a day like that. And it's because estrogen is making my muscles kind of sore. Now I know what you're thinking, like, is estrogen worth it? I mean, it's causing all these problems. Yes, because I'm a very resilient person. And I can tell you, personally, despite the absolute exhaustion it kind of does to you, it's worth it. It's absolutely worth it. I'm already getting results that I really, really like. So, anyways, I start classes, right? I start classes at, I think, like 10 a.m. So I get up and I go to the university to take my classes after like a kind of a shitty night of sleep, right? Don't really have any time to eat or drink. So I do that, and then I have to go to work afterwards. This is Monday, this is today, after Sunday. So I spent 6 hours or 5 hours in the grueling heat today from 2 to 8 p.m., including one lunch hour break. And I forgot my work shorts, so they kind of got onto me for that. But I spent 5 more additional grueling hours in the heat after yesterday, and it was not as busy, but there wasn't a cloud in the sky, and it was 110 heat index. And with the medication regimen that I'm taking and the physical labor that I'm doing, it could only be described as life-threatening heat, like life-threatening heat. And so, and I had to get out there and I had to do my job. So I pushed carts all day long in the heat. I got through it, you know. This time testosterone, or I'm sorry, estrogen wasn't as impairing because I wasn't technically pushing all the carts in the world because I didn't need to because it was less busy. But yeah, it was 110 out. It was sunny. There wasn't a cloud in the sky. And it was extremely humid. It was like 160%, or I don't think 60, like 40% humidity. Yeah, cuz 60% would be like higher than 110, right? And so after 5 grueling hours of cart pushing after classes, after a shitty night of sleep, after a Sunday nightmare, I'm finally here. And I got classes tomorrow, but I don't have work. So I had to come home, tonight, and I had to cook, and I had to clean, and now I'm finally here. It's 12:14 in the morning. My classes don't start till 12 tomorrow, so I'm kind of fine in that way. Um, I will tell you one difficulty I have at my work is I'm becoming concerned about hypercalcemia because I have an addiction to milk. And the milk addiction goes really, really deep. All right. So most of my meals and most of my calories at work time, if I'm working like 8 hours a day, comes from milk. And I'll drink 4 to 6 liters of milk a day, or even more than that. And only about, I think it's like only about 2 liter, no, only about a liter of milk has your daily calcium intake. So that means I'm getting anywhere from 4 to 6 times my calcium intake. And this has been going on for a long time now. And so I'm a little worried that I'm going to develop something called milk alkali syndrome. Because it seems like every single time I drink milk, I just get more and more thirsty and I just come back for more and more. Because the more calcium you have in your blood, the more it dehydrates you. Right? And milk alkali syndrome can be life-threatening. It could kill you. It could lead to psychosis, coma, kidney failure, renal failure, heart failure, respiratory arrest. So I guess I kind of have to watch out, is what I'm saying, because of vitamin D toxicity and hypercalcemia. But anyways, that's all I wanted to share. I got through it, and I'm getting through it. See y'all. Bye.